Imagine you bring your family to a brand new country seeking a stable job to support them, and yet you're forced to live every day in constant fear of being taken away. Febe and Angelo Perez, 6 and 9-year-old siblings, are U.S. citizens and were being raised in Texas by their single immigrant mother after the death of their father. One night, they were sound asleep in their bed before being awoken by the sudden entrance of immigration officers into their home. The officers took their mother, Kenia, leaving the children distraught and devastated. They were left confused as they were not informed that they would be placed into the foster care system. As much as I wish I could say it was, this is not a one-time occurrence. This year, more than 100 U.S. citizen children have witnessed their mothers or fathers being ripped away from their home. Now put yourself into Kenia's shoes. Can you imagine the courage it took for her to immigrate? Do you think she wanted to be there undocumented? Kenia wanted one thing and one thing only, to provide for her family. She was willing to do whatever it took. This is an international crisis, affecting almost every country in the world. Migrants and refugees attempting to travel through Libya are being subjected to systematic maltreatment, including arbitrary detention, sexual violence, and enslavement. This is just one of the thousands of heartbreaking examples all over the world of cases similar to this. Now, it is important for all of us to recognize our privilege. Many of us sitting in this room today were lucky enough to come to St. Clair's with a visa to study internationally. Throughout this conversation today, keep in mind that not everyone has the same resources and opportunities as we may. I encourage you to utilize your existing privilege to speak up for those who can't. Now, how do we handle immigration in a way that promotes inclusion and empathy while still keeping borders organized and controlled? Something that is often overlooked is how much immigrants do for their countries. Without immigrants, we will see a direct effect on our society, economy, medical system, and safety. For example, in the U.S., immigrants have been proven to raise employment rates of U.S.-born citizens. This is important for policymakers to consider, as there is a common misconception that immigrants are stealing their jobs. Immigrants are deeply integrated into our society and are the backbone of millions of communities. We should be allocating tax revenues to investments in healthcare, infrastructure, housing, and medical care, not in deportation methods. It seems that modern governments have lost their core values and forgotten the meaning of unity. Unity cannot be selective. Those who provide for a country should be recognized by it. As Patrick Henry once said, "United we stand, divided we fall." The visa application system is often expensive, time-consuming, and complicated. This creates an imbalance in people who are able to obtain visas, as they're often more accessible to people with more resources and money. To make visas more accessible, government should increase application processing and reform outdated policies. The idea of providing all applicants with the same chance of being selected for a visa is known as a lottery system. I'm not necessarily saying the lottery system is the answer, as it also has its faults, but rather something to consider. I do understand that all countries have a right to expect their immigrants to provide for them in one way or another and bring something to the table. But why do rich and powerful people have a greater chance of being selected than underprivileged workers, even if they have the same work ethic and desire to succeed? We as a society need to reconsider what we value. Rather than spending so much time and energy on cherry-picking individuals with more desirable traits, we should harness the influx of an eager workforce by creating more accessible education and training. This will encourage immigrants to pursue higher qualifications, boosting the economy and societal integration. Immigration is a complex and deep-rooted issue and requires the unconditional empathy and open-mindedness of all individuals. In the grand scheme of things, we have a choice to make. A choice between inclusion, unity, and accessibility, or egocentrism, violence, and hate. Let's change our perspective as a society. Look at immigration as an opportunity to flourish, rather than a threat. The importance of an empathetic outlook on this issue is often overlooked, but essential. As we come to an end, consider this question. Aren't we all, in one way or another, immigrants? Thank you.